Okay, so they make the jump to comics though.
Sure. Naturally.
Rex the Wonderdog, probably inspired by Ace the Wonderdog, the actor. Mm-hmm. How could it not be?
I think that's great.
Yeah. First issue of that, it's a whole series. It lasts for a few years. Starts in February of 1952. So this is pre-code, right? But it goes for like 50 issues or something like that. It goes for a while. And the gist of the first issue, I read it, was that there's this guy named Danny Dennis. He's the sort of main character boy, right? He's the owner of the dog. Has a dog named Rex. And the first issue, you get the idea that essentially he's running like a sideshow with Rex. Like he's taking him places and doing shows.
Oh, interesting.
You'd be forgiven reading the first episode for thinking it's a period piece because it's all Old West, but it's not. And they do like a sentence of exposition to explain that he's taking the train to this old Western town that's having a benefit show to try to restore it as like a tourist thing, like a historic site, right? So he gets to the town and everyone's like in cowboy hats and like whatever,
Yeah.
but present day.
Got it.
And while they're on the train, his dog sees out the window that there's a woman who's going to be trampled by like a stampede of horses. Dog jumps out the window, rescues the girl, right? Jumps on a horse's back and is like gnawing at it.
I see
It's
that.
Kind of impressive.
Yeah, it's bucking bronco. Riding like a cowboy.
And the issue is just like filled with, there's not even a ton of story other than they're trying to save this town, right? It's just all kinds of excuses to see the dog do amazing things, right? So later on, he's actually giving the show, so we see him do a few feats in the show. They don't make enough money, but I guess there's a rich guy there. He's like an oil baron or something like that. He's like, I'll give you all the money, I think it's $2,500, they say, to save the city if you bring me a sunburst flower. I don't know is that a reference you understood?
I don't know what a sunburst
Okay,
flower is.
they say it as if like we should just know. In fact,
maybe they did in 1952.
maybe. He doesn't even call it a sunburst flower. He just calls it a sunburst.
Did you look up what that is?
I didn't, because I read a lot of stuff to get ready for this, and I was trying to keep it low key because we're on vacation.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are multiple things where like on a normal episode, I would have gone and found the pop culture in the 1950s like dog book, and this time I'm on vacation, so.
I don't blame you at all. It is tickling my curiosity brain now.
I'm guessing it's because comics. Like, I don't think there's probably no such thing as a sunburst flower.
I'm seeing a lot of references to it as a thing. Oh, here we go. Pseudobahia, whatever, is a rare species of flowering plant known by common names San Joaquin adobe sunburst.
Okay.
So I would not, without doing more research, it's probably something like that.
Okay. Well, he decides he's going to go climb the mountain, and the girl he saved earlier, which I believe is like the mayor's daughter or something like that, shows up and is like, "I'm coming with you. What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm going to get the sunburst flower." And she's like, "That doesn't exist." And then
doesn't exist.
That's what she like. It's legendary.
That would be really tricky though, because
Yeah.
if he's like, "Oh, get your," I mean, it's the thing that like Boy Scouts do is
you're going on a snipe hunt or whatever.
Snipe hunt or like go find your left-handed smoke shifter. And stuff
right,
like
it's a goose chase.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're climbing the mountain, and the dog fights an eagle. The dog fights a mountain goat, like saves them from peril, and eventually at the end sniffs out the flower. That's the end of the issue. You never even see him go back and save the town or anything like that. Yeah, it's kind of it's not even really a story.
Love a good Baron, right? Like they get back and the Baron's like, "What? It exists? The deal's off. I wasn't doing that."
It's a strange book.
And then we get to see sad kids.
I did a little bit more research. They did flesh out the character more. Apparently, he the dog Rex is a test subject for a super soldier serum.
He's Captain America.
He's Captain America, but a dog.
Got it.
And so the Marvel age, what we think of as Marvel, doesn't happen until later. That's in the 1960s. However, Captain America and the Human Torch are both Golden Age comics.
I see.
They were at a publisher at the time called Timely Comics.
Oh.
And so what they did in the movies, if you've seen where like Captain America's in World War II, but then he's frozen and then he's thawed later, that actually happens. So in the 30s,
Really?
yeah, or 40s, sorry, there were Captain America comics during World War II, and he's punching Hitler. Timely stops doing superheroes, and in the 60s, Stan Lee becomes in charge of Timely, renames it Marvel, and they thaw out Captain America out of the ice. Yeah, and so, but the time jump in the movies, they're going from what is it, like 1943 or whatever to 2012.
Yeah,
which is a big long time.
Yeah.
But when they're thawing Steve Rogers out of the ice in the comics, it's like 1965.
So it's 20 years?
Yeah, it's not even that long.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that mechanism works no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go into October of 1959 with Rex the Wonderdog. And it's never had an ongoing series since. So, like, they've never picked it back up again. But Rex makes lots of, like, cameos and appearances. And, like, he's in stuff because people know, tip the hat.
Oh, yeah. Good fan service. Good reference.
100%,
Yeah.
right.